Hi, and welcome to a Mandela Matrix update. People have changed. Have people changed for you? Let me know in the comments below. But for us, we have noticed big changes in our families. Um, so basically, I guess it was almost 2 years ago, we were told by my mother-in-law that I was no longer welcome at their house. Um, they were upset for some reason. They had just gotten a new dog, and we were suggesting that they need to train the dog because the dog wasn't trained and was jumping all over people, and it was not it was almost attacking people, and we didn't like that. So we said, why don't you guys train your dog? And they just, and then my mother-in-law basically told my wife in front of my two daughters that that I was no longer welcome at her house. So we left and we went home after that, and they never called us. We didn't hear from them for a long time. And then not until my daughter decided to call them this past few months ago that we found out that all of a sudden now my mother-in-law is in the mid to late stages of Alzheimer's disease. And she wasn't displaying any symptoms of it back then. And but all of a sudden now she is. So to us, that's changed. This Mandela effect has caused this to happen because we didn't, this is almost late stage Alzheimer's. She doesn't even know who my wife is. She doesn't remember her granddaughters, and it's just apparently happened. In fact, I think it was my wife's cousin that said a few months ago they were visiting her and she seemed to be okay, but apparently not. It could have happened over the last few. Her brother actually is all upset at us too, saying that we abandoned them and all this, but they never called us. They never called us. So they couldn't have called. You would think they would call us to let us know what was going on, but no, they didn't. It's almost as if in this timeline, our alternate selves, the ones that were in this timeline to start with, the ones from the Orion Spur, did something that caused everybody in the family to be upset at them. And now that we're here, we've replaced those people. Maybe they shifted to another universe. Maybe they're in the Sagittarius arm now. And now, it's as if we don't exist for our families. Even on my side of the family, my parents never talk to me. They don't invite me to family gatherings. My sister doesn't talk to me. The only time I know what anything's going on is if they've posted on Facebook. And since I don't really read Facebook that much, my wife usually tells me what she sees on Facebook for them to be doing. But yeah, and it's all happened within the last 2 years, really. So since this Mandela effect, people have noticed. So since 2015, and apparently, like, if you look into the stages of Alzheimer's, it says that on the average, the person with Alzheimer's lives 4 to 8 years after diagnosis, but can live as long as 20 years. So it doesn't progress that fast from the early stage to the mid to late stages. It does not take a year. It just doesn't. For that to happen so quickly, it's got to be the Mandela effect. So, like, in this universe, in this new timeline, she probably had it at an earlier, like a longer time, for a longer time. But because in our original universe, she didn't have it at all. So She had depression, but it had nothing to do. She didn't have any symptoms of Alzheimer's disease like she does now. So that's my people have changed thing. So one day they treat you like you don't even exist, and that's exactly what's happened to us after we started noticing these Mandela effects. It's like this is for sure like a different timeline. It's as if the night that we left in our car, we drove through some portal or something, and now we're in the Orion Spur. We're in a different universe than what we started as, different timeline. So let me know. Have you had things happen to you like this with your families or people that you know? Have they suddenly changed? Well, it could be the Mandela effect, not nothing you've done, but it's the Mandela effect has changed people, because this is a different timeline and people are different depending on the timeline. So let me know in your comments down below, and we'll see you in the next one. Next one I'll do is going to be like a regular Mandela update. There's a couple of items that I've seen recently, and I'm going to go over those. So we'll see you in the next one.